Recognize that in your physical body you have no necessity to sustain your life, because innately, if we are all life, everything that is life, and especially here in this plane we're living, so there's no way that we can disconnect from that source of life. But basically this is a state of pure freedom, and of happiness.
What your state is right now? Could you be more explicit about what happened at the end of those 21 days and what you decided to do to reach where that led you now?
After the 21 days, and actually during the 21 days, what happens is that you recognize yourself as your own master. Because to have the mastery to put yourself in that challenge of 21 days without food, without liquids, you are recognizing your mastery to take that step. So just for that, the universe recognizes you and give you all the resources so that you can continue to that experience, experiencing just more higher state. So for me, I realized that I can live all my life without liquids and without food if I wanted. So I consciously choose to continue experiencing that because it was leading me and filling me of joy. I feel so good. So I was like, yeah, why not? To continue experiencing this. So it was like a little transition in time, about 2 or 3 months, during still the mind is still accepting what the conscious remembered. It's like their consciousness remember who you really are, your state of unlimitedness, and after that, your mind, your emotions, your body accept that information, and is then become who you really are, your physical body and everything. Personally, what happens to me that I continue allowing, I surrender myself. I surrender because my faith grows during this time. I was almost dying, and the only being who I can call to help me was this energy, was God, was the prana, however you want to call it. And I received like a voice or something that comes to me and says to me, breathe. Breathe was the only word that I feel in that moment, and from my heart, like something comes and feel me internally, and from that point, I feel like my whole being just clicks to this state. Now, physically, my vision is better, my skin is better, I feel more stronger, more energy. I'm not aging anymore, So it's like my body is regenerating himself naturally day by day. It's a constant regeneration, because I'm just receiving this energy, and this energy is always perfect, it's always pure, never get contaminated. It's pure energy of the universe. So when you permit to this energy, you become that, you become a pure being, you feel that. And about my mind, my emotions, it's like I change this beautiful thing, change all the emotions in my heart to only one emotion of joy. Peace, calm, any worry, just perfection, constant perfection. And mentally really clear, I feel really clear, like I'm not carrying anything from the past, I'm not living in the past and not even in the future. I'm just here in the present. So free from the fear to...
Are you practicing vegetarianism right now?
Yeah, the vegetarianism is a lifestyle, but when you activate this consciousness, there is no way to return. Because it's your natural state of consciousness. I'm no different than any one of you. I'm just the same. I'm a reflection of you guys. I just put myself under experience, under the practice, to see if it's possible, but I'm here to tell you that it's possible. You can do this too, you know. And all these talks, all this information that is here now is for lead you to have in your mind, in your heart, the consciousness that you have this too. You have this state as your natural state. When we came here to this physical dimension, we don't need to eat. We don't need to age. We don't need to get sick. We don't need to die. That's not our natural cycle of life. We are eternal beings, and all this information about necessities, about time patterns, is something that the society and the diversity is being created to the pass of the time, you know, and maybe certain aspects the people doesn't understand that well, and maybe some confusion comes, and then these habits become and start being something genetic. I hope you understand me. So now the people thinks and believes that if they don't eat, they're gonna die, you know. But that's not true. It's just a mind believing. And when we explore, when we say like, yeah, I don't really see that's true. When we explore, we recognize that no, that we are free from everything. We are free beings. You don't need anything. I mean, really, you don't need anything. Because life is the only thing that exists in the universe. So to this, I want to bring like a little theme to this too.
That's okay, finish your thought, please.
Thank you. We are not human beings trying to be spiritual beings. We are not here to learn to be spiritual beings. We are spiritual beings learning to be humans. We are all spirit every time. So there is no spiritual path. There is a human path to learn how to be a conscious human in the expansion of the universe and help through our joy to that. First here, yeah.
What do you envision when your baby is born?
In regards to the baby or for me? Well, because like I said before, all of these necessities of replenishing my life with food and different things doesn't exist for me. In the time when our child was conceived, that wasn't a part of either of us, you know. So this genetic makeup of having to eat a lot so that my baby grows well and all of that hasn't been a part of this in any way. So I know consciously that because even throughout my whole pregnancy, I've never felt hunger, not once, or the desire or even necessity to go back to these dependencies or necessities. I know that that's not a part of this being, you know, that they don't know those necessities. It's been like a very interesting process too, you know, because I've shared my pregnancy with other friends too who have been pregnant. And in their experiences and not being in this state, you know, still relying on the proteins and the iron and the different things for the nourishment. And actually there have been big differences in our pregnancies, you know, like in the last months of their pregnancies, they were with anemia and these things, you know, where they had to replenish with the iron and certain things. But in the blood tests that I've had, you know, and the certain like medical exams that I've done, my numbers and the results have been really incredible, you know. With my midwife, when I showed her, she's like, these are the best tests I've ever seen, you know, of any pregnant woman she's attended. And that's without relying on these things, you know, without relying on the iron or the vitamins, you know. And in the beginning, a lot of people tried to tell me, you know, well, you know, you have to start eating and you have to take your prenatal vitamins and all these things. And I was like, oh, well, we see, you know. Of course, open to it because I know that this is a responsibility, you know, when you conceive a child, you live for yourself, but you also have to take care of that being. And so I was open to whatever, if I needed to eat more or felt that necessity, then I would do it, but I haven't felt that at all. And so when the baby is born, I feel like he or she will guide us too, you know, in letting us know if it has certain necessities or things that wants or needs. But in terms of teaching it to eat and have that lifestyle, it's not something that is a part of us, you know, and so I don't think will be a part of them. You know. In terms of breastfeeding, I think that beyond it being like a physical nourishment that they receive, I think that it's a really like maternal and just kind of instinctual act, you know, to connect with your child and to share that love, you know, so that that being knows that there's someone taking care of them in their vulnerable and growing state, you know. But I don't think, and neither of us believe that going from the breast to the physical food is a really natural act. You know. I think that instead of going from the breast to the physical food, you go from the breast milk and that action to playing and exploring other things, you know.
Oh my God, I'm just so...
Let's hear